So here's another quickie article from Esquire that was just posted um, around yesterday. It's concerning a plot device in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Um, Here it goes. So, headline goes Star Wars fans actually agree on one thing. I don't know why he. I don't know what is with these articles on accepting certain plot beats as like pretty stupid or badly executed as it's like it's a new thing. Many Star Wars fans had an issue with this. Even I had an issue with this, but because of the state of the movie where it was just jam packed with just a bunch of scenes that don't make any sense, it's easy to care less about this. It's easy to care less about this MacGuffin and this little plot beat in The Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars fans actually agree on one thing. This was the dumbest moment of the entire series. Let's visit the dagger-shaped mountain or mountain-shaped dagger in The Rise of Skywalker. We're not going to go through this in whole arc. We're going to go to it in pieces. So let's continue. Let's see. So, namely, the MacGuffin that drives the whole movie forward. The sixth dagger is described with Google Map directions to Exegol, where Grampy Pelps and his fans are waiting without much Star Wars news nowadays. Fans on Reddit, a group that has a history of constant divisiveness, as long as the franchise itself, have united, roasting one dumb, shiny moment of idiocy in The Rise of Skywalker is when Rey holds up the knife to a nearby mountain range, realizing that, holy shit, the grooves of the dagger match up just right with the mountain's peaks and curves. Yeah, this is the baffling thing about the movie, but it doesn't outweigh the numerous set of problems with the movie. So I feel like with this article, it's just pointing down just this one little plot beat and say, oh my god, this plot beat doesn't make any sense, therefore this movie is terrible. When The Rise of Skywalker is loaded with issues, considering that it had a hard time trying to follow up with The Last Jedi. J.J. Abrams changed the direction. Some good, but it already has put the whole trilogy in disarray, even though The Last Jedi did itself. The amount of reshoots that took place before the movie came out, it was all a mess. But yeah, the whole Sith Dagger issue. We've never in the history of Star Wars, we never done anything concerning any relics or any mystical MacGuffins. That's usually borderline Indiana Jones territory where it does stuff like that. I think J.J. Abrams was trying to go for a little bit more Indiana Jones with the three characters going on adventures from planet A to planet B. But this was a dumb moment because here's his dagger, and I believe it existed around before Palpatine's demise in Return of the Jedi. So it's clearly labeled as an ancient weapon, while the second Death Star, was destroyed, I believe, 30 years ago, before the events of The Force Awakens. And so, conveniently, the characters do come across this dagger, and they go into, I believe, just one of the moons of Endor, or actually the forest moon of Endor, and come across the wreckage that still survived the massive catastrophic explosion that destroyed the entire second Death Star, leaving no trace. But there is a trace left behind. And what it is the piece of that Death Star, which still has the throne room for Return of the Jedi, that Kathleen Kennedy wants to milk for nostalgia points. And so the characters stand from like a plane, or like some away from like some raging ocean waters, and Rey takes the dagger out. They do see the wreckage, and yeah, the grooves would have to match a certain like formation, and yeah, just conveniently, the knife when she pulls out the measurements here, it's like a bit of a ruler sticking out. This is so odd. It's very bizarre. The grooves point to like a mountain formation. She holds it and faces it towards her horizon, and there you go. The second Death Star wreckage somehow matches that formation, and that's where they come across the uh, the Sith relic, the tracking device or whatever, the beacon, which prompts the whole fight with Kylo Ren after he destroys the one that Rey finds, and they get into like a lightsaber duel. But yeah, this doesn't make any sense, and none of the things that happen in the Rise of Skywalker and even the sequel trilogy, when we look in retrospect, make zero sense. If you look at the borderline pain looking OMG, I don't know what is it with Esquire. I think they're trying to be hip with their use of lingo in their writing here. OMG faces Rey and her crew are making. You think that the dagger and the mountains are such a perfect fit that the credits were about to roll, and that's not really the case. You have to match up from the perfect distance, from at the perfect angle, surely to even find the vaguest resemblance. Let's see. Goonies did this part better. This is from a Reddit user on Truest Eva, some user on Reddit. The Goonies did this part better, reads another. Sure, fans have complained about this clunky story device along with the unimaginative, lazy writing before. Nothing much better to do right now. They ruminate on the latest movie. Let's see. A little surprising that the Sith butter knife is a fan unifying moment. There were so many other contenders for the dumbest crown moment. I think for me, there were many dumb moments about the film. I think for me, it would definitely have to be Chewie's medal, given at the end of this movie when he's ever been given a medal. But that's a weird retrospective fan service because you could argue Chewie would have deserved the medal for Han's rescue at the first Death Star assaults, but the thing was like. If you look at the movie in context in 1977, Chewie was not that prominent of a character until the movie came out, and the impact and the cultural popularity of Star Wars made him very prominent and very beloved. So I think for me, that's the dumbest moment, is Chewie's medal. But that's pretty much it, I have to say. I had a train of thought here. I just kind of lost it for a bit, but this is again pretty much just like pointing out the obvious reasons of the Rise of Skywalker, but on the general the sequel trilogy, and yeah, just to look at Star Wars, they never really done MacGuffin plot devices like this. I mean, A New Hope remotely had a MacGuffin, but it wasn't going through all these crazy adventures. It was very straightforward. It was simple. The change of locations fit naturally with the script, as it was there to prompt Luke's journey to help the rebellion cause against the Empire. And yeah, from that point on, like Star Wars was just characters going from planet A to planet B to uncover certain mysteries, or to go through different character arcs, or to be a part of like the conflicts that take place in the films. But yeah, so it's just all in the unimaginative derivative ideas of J.J. Abrams going full Indiana Jones, which is why The Rise of Skywalker failed in larger ways. But tell me what you guys think. I'm going to just cut up here. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And hope you have a good evening.